Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Shit's about to hit the fan. Welcome to Unsanctioned Thursdays on Wrestling with Freddie.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wrestling with Freddie, and it's Unsanctioned Thursday. Today, we're breaking down the first ever WWE Premium Live Event on ESPN, Wrestlepalooza, which was ECW's pay-per-view, I think. First off, a little news, which I just heard, and I don't report on other people's reporting, so this is going to be kind of generic, but Andrade is no longer with WWE. I don't know why, but that sucks. He's an awesome wrestler. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer because, and this won't ring in all of your ears, but to a specific part of our audience, it will. It sucks when you lose a Latino on TV because you lose an opportunity for a kid to have a role model, right? And Andrade was playing a good guy. He wasn't playing a bad guy. So in that case, he was being, good, and he looks cool and he's in great shape, and his Instagram's all about working out and stuff like that. So I can get a young kid into that stuff. And so it's always a bummer when we lose one of those. And that's all I know. Everything else is just speculation and stuff like that. So I won't report on any of that, but those are my thoughts. Next up. Oh, and this is brutal. And we said this was going to happen on the show months ago when they first sold to TKO. The new ticket philosophy. Mark Shapiro, over there at TKO, is not about the old Vince McMahon family pricing. He's about maximizing the opportunity. Opportunity's one word for it. Profits is the accurate and correct and truthful word for it. Maximizing the profits. This is what all corporations do. It is all about greed. It is all about, the executives at these companies getting their bonuses, and the bonuses are in the millions of dollars. Sometimes, for some executives, tens of millions of dollars. Like a $50 million bonus was paid out at Warner Brothers. That's wild. And if you look at the cost of labor going down, they're paying labor less, and the executive salaries, just the base salaries, have all gone up. That's what corporate life is all about. If you're in life just to make money, you need to get involved in the corporate side of things, because that's where you're going to make money. Labor doesn't make the money. So they're talking about raising the ticket pricing. WWE was the cheapest price in town for live entertainment at an arena. It was, maybe Monster Trucks is cheaper. I don't know, so I shouldn't say that. But it was always cheaper than boxing, cheaper than UFC. The tickets were incredibly affordable. He didn't want to price out families of lower income. And he made, $1 trillion doing that. He made enough money. You don't need to make more by starting to charge UFC prices. The audiences are completely different. The UFC audience and WWE audience, they are completely different. Oftentimes, they don't respect and don't like one another. When wrestlers are at UFC events, they don't usually get cheered. They get booed for no reason other than, we don't like that guy. Fuck him. Boo. They're going to raise the pay-per-view prices very, very soon. ESPN won't maintain a steady price. It'll go up and up and up and up and up the same way UFC did. Tickets for the shows are going to go up and up and up and up and up, and the shows aren't going to get longer. Hell, they might get shorter. This is one of the things where I said the corporate thing, it's not going to ruin the business, but it's going to ruin parts of the business. And we said that on Wednesday's show, on the main show. This is how that happens. So it's unfortunate that they're that public about their philosophy. I mean, I know we all want transparency, but the result of that was getting bad news that they really don't care about the consumer at all, nor should you ever think that any of these corporations care about the consumer at all. They care about the money in your wallet and getting as much of it as possible. Freddie, you sound like you're playing the cyberpunk game too much. Maybe I did. But sci-fi sometimes tells the truth, y'all. Just ask Philip K. Dick. Next up, guys, here we go. Wrestlepalooza is the first WWE PLE on ESPN, and it's coming to you live Saturday, September 20th from Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, where the undefeated Colts play. That sounds weird to say, by the way. Don't forget that you'll also be able to watch the PLE on the new ESPN app for $29.99. Sounds like a good deal for 5 matches. Very soon, that's going to be $59.99. for 5 matches. For 5 matches. And then it's going to be $89.99. And then they're going to go as high as they can in the next 5 years. These prices are going to change and fluctuate until they find that perfect price point where they're making money and not losing money. And the hardcore fans are going to be sick to their stomachs. I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen. Or, and here's what I suggest. You listen to Stephanie McMahon. You know why? Because she's all about the family. Hell, she has a family of her own. Came up in a family with siblings, or as she has multiple kids, she knows the importance of family entertainment. And she mentioned on her show that you can just use a VPN and watch it on Netflix for free, which pissed ESPN off to no end. And I'm sure pissed TK off as well. But she didn't give a fuck. And she told you how you can watch it because she knows that they're pricing people out. So good on you, Steph. Salute to you. Now, here we go. Wrestlepalooza. John Cena, the main event man, versus Brock Lesnar, the beast incarnate. Brock hasn't been very nice to John Cena since John's return to wrestling. He's F5'd him a bunch, beat him up a bunch, beat up Sami Zayn too. Why'd you beat up Sami Zayn, man? He didn't even do anything. You didn't even want the U.S. title. What's your problem, bro? He's also ripped his pants and didn't give a shit, handled it like a straight up just a stud. He was just like, yeah, they're ripped. What are you going to do about him? Brock Lesnar. He's going to fight John Cena. And the last time they fought, he muay-thaiized him. He beat him in like 60 seconds. And it was the kryptonite to John Cena. So when John's reacted to him coming out, it's always been like, shit. And then he had cut a promo where he's like, look, man, and this isn't what he said, but here's kind of what he said. He's like, look, dude, I may fear you, but I will fight you. And when I'm done, you're going to know you were in a fight, whether I win or lose. I'm done with the past. This is the future. You're old too, and I'm going to whip your ass. You're going to know you were in a fight. And now they get to get on. I thought this might be their last one, like his last match. But they smushed it in here to Wrestlepalooza. And the last time he beat Cena very, very quickly. I think now's the time that he pays that forward. I think Cena gets the hell kicked out of him. But I think eventually after like a good, 20, 25 minute match, Cena gets the victory and he beats Brock Lesnar. I think that's why Brock came back to put Cena over. I think Cena wins. Our producer Alex also thinks Cena wins, but he thinks there may be some kind of interference. Who has the guts to interfere in a Brock Lesnar match? No one, I say. Except maybe Paul Heyman. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Who knows? Next up, the undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes, who's back, as he said. The champ has returned, versus Drew McIntyre. And here's what's going on, guys. Drew might be the most unlucky wrestler in the WWE. He wins the championship, but he wins it during COVID. So a lot of people try to, like Lakers or Dodgers, it was a COVID championship. Does it even count? Nobody was even there. That sucks balls, man. That sucks to hear. And then he wins it, and CM Punk's like, oh, really? Ha-ha, F you, ba-boom. And then he loses it again. And then on his trip to get another title shot, boom, he gets screwed in that match, screwed in this match. He had this guy beat. He had that guy beat, screwed over. This is from his point of view. But it's a heelish perspective. So we're like, come on, man, you lost the match. You did shady stuff too. You'd have done the same thing that guy did. I've seen you do the same thing that guy did. So we're not having it, right? We don't like Drew. And to make matters worse, when he's dealing with Cody Rhodes, and he would basically defend himself by saying, well, Cody fired first, like Greedo drew first, like for the Star Wars nerdy fans. We're wrestling nerdy fans, so we're talking wrestling. So he friggin' Claymore kicks Cody Rhodes into the announce table. Could have concussed the man. Probably did. Cody's out for weeks. Then he's going to do it a few weeks later to Randy Orton. But who makes his triumphant return? Cody Rhodes. And he says, yo, man, you ain't touching Randy Orton. I'm back, you son of a bitch, and I'm going to wrestle you for the championship at Wrestlepalooza, which is a hard word to say when you're trying to be serious with someone. It's very hard to yo, kid, hey, I'll see you at 3:00 at Wrestlepalooza. It's hard to make that sound tough. It's easier if you're like, yo, man, I'll see you at Scott Park, 3:00. That's simple. Hard to make Wrestlepalooza sound hardcore and tough. But Cody did a pretty good job. I say Cody's going to win the match. Drew always gets screwed over somehow. It'll happen again. Alex agrees with me. We both have Cody winning. I think you guys agree too. Next up, easiest match of the night to call, which is why I'll be wrong, I'm sure, because it's a CM Punk match, and I never get him right. I pick against Punk a lot because the story always feels like it should go the other direction, and I'm wrong 9 times out of 10. I'm going the other way this time. If I'm wrong, I'm going to be so pissed. I'm picking CM Punk and AJ to beat Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch in a mixed tagged intergender match. Look, this is the story right now in WWE, is how many times Seth and CM Punk can screw one another over, then fight about it, find new ways to hate each other, remind them of the old reasons they hate each other. CM Punk not caring about Seth's reasons, Seth caring double then after that. Like, it's just gone back and forth. Now to freshen it up, the wives are involved. And Becky punched CM Punk in the nuts, costing him the championship. Not cool, Mrs. Lynch Rollins, hyphen. And then she just gave him the business after that and was like slapping him in the face and putting her head in his chest, which is weird, but insulting at the same time. And going, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. You're not going to do nothing. And there's nothing he can do. He can't beat her up. He can't super kick her. Only Dolph Ziggler can do that. And so he went and he goes, I'm out of here, man. But you're going to regret that you put your hands on me. And the next week she did, because the next week was the worst kept secret in wrestling when AJ Lee returned to wrestling and skipped her way to the ring and jumped in there and put a little whooping on Becky before Becky ran out of there. So now they're going to wrestle. There's going to be a tag team match. Our producer picks CM Punk and AJ as well. I think the story coming forward is going to be AJ getting the pin on Becky. Seth and CM Punk will be outside the ring fighting or doing something else. And that pin gives her claim to pursue the Intercontinental Championship, which she can then take from Becky. So I have them winning. Our producer has them winning, and I hope you do too. And I hope we all win tons of money from our friends who just came to watch the show and we talked them into gambling. Next up, the Women's World Championship. The disputed, I'll say, Women's World Championship, because neither woman is beating the champ. The champ gave up the title. Naomi gave up the title because she's pregnant. And she can't be the champ and have a baby at the same time. So she had to lay the title down in the ring. And now she can say when she comes back, you're not the undisputed champ. You're the disputed champ. I'm the champ. I laid that down. I never got beat. So the disputed World Championship, Io Sky, one of my favorites, versus Stephanie Vaquer, quickly becoming one of everyone's favorites. And we get a new champion, disputed champion. And both women were number one contenders. So it makes sense that they're the ones that get to wrestle for it. And then Rhea Ripley, I'm sure, will be in line to jump in there next. And then everyone says Liv Morgan's healing up quick. So maybe at the Royal Rumble, we get a return to Liv Morgan. She wins the Royal Rumble, and she's up after that, and we get Rhea and Liv. I don't know. Anyway, I'm picking Stephanie Vaquer to win this match. I know she's new, but she's not new. She's just new to us. She knows how to wrestle. She communicates she's bilingual. I know the English isn't her first language, obviously, but she's able to communicate a little bit like that. And Adam Pearce helps her out a lot with his general manager role and helping her communicate her story. But I think she's going to win this match. I love when Io's champ because her championship matches are always phenomenal. But I think it's going to be Stephanie. They're going to give her a shot at this and kind of skyrocket her the way they did Tiffany Stratton. So I'm picking her, our producer's picking her, and you should too. Next up, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, versus the Vision, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Braun. Look, man, the Usos are back together. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. That's the reason why you watch this match, because one of the greatest tag teams to ever do it is doing it, And they're doing it against two massive dudes who are going to beat their ass. Put your money on the bronze. Put it all on the bronze. They've taken some L's lately. They need some dubs. The vision needs to look strong. It can't just be Seth kicking ass all the time, or he wouldn't respect these guys to protect him and have his back. They just suck. So they need a win. It's not a singles win, giving them towards a championship or anything like that. It's a safe win. You don't have to have any more story behind it. Put your money on them. That is the Wrestlepalooza preview and prediction show. The first ESPN era premium live event. You guys can all stay in touch with us by following our show account on Instagram, Wrestling with Freddie. Pretty simple. And make sure to give us your predictions for the matches. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Did I make you money? Did I lose you money? God, I hope not. But if I did, you have my utmost apology. Never gamble more than you can afford, and just gamble with your bros. This is Freddie on behalf of everybody that makes this show possible. Thank you. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Peace.